to the property, as well as to engage with the Thailand travel trade community. To start off, I would like to run through the agenda planned for today. We will be starting with introductory remarks by Mr. Toyib Mohammed, the Managing Director of Visit Maldives. Afterwards, His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Jinnah, the Ambassador of Maldives to Thailand, will address the attendees. This will be followed by a destination video presentation on the Maldives conducted in English and Thai by the Maldives PR representatives in Southeast Asia, Ms. Verong Nang and Ms. Sununta Warapantana. We are also excited to have three of our industry partners. Mr. Mohammed Bassam Adam, the Managing Director of Atolls World, Mr. Mohammed Shihab, the Director of Sales and Marketing for Sanchiam Orwelli Maldives, and Ms. Zhu Hui Jin, the Director of Sales at the Residence Maldives. Lastly, we will open the floor for questions and answers during the end of the session, alongside two poll questions for the attendees to answer. So without further ado, I would like to request our Managing Director, Mr. Toyib Mohammed, to address the travel trade community. Mr. Mohammed Toyib.
Good afternoon, Excellency Mohammed Jinnah, our industry partners, our PR representatives, and our team. Good afternoon again. It is my deepest pleasure to address all of you during this inspiring webinar for the Thailand market. As every single stakeholder in the travel trade industry is deeply aware, the onset of the pandemic and its consequences have resulted in one of the most challenging periods of the entire global industry. The Maldives, like many other countries, closed the borders for the first time since we opened for tourism roughly 50 years ago. Despite the challenges, Maldives was called the greatest success story of tourism in 2020 as the year ended. Countless media outlets and PR channels questioned as how we managed to become a success story in an otherwise challenging period. The answer is simple. We persevered through the pandemic as a result of the immense hard work of the Maldivian people and all of our partners, and the blessings of a natural, socially distanced, scattered geography that ensured Maldives was a safe haven for travelers. We were one of the first countries in the world to reopen our borders for international travelers on 15th July last year. One of the best practices we adopted was to open the borders slowly instead of all at once. With that said, we worked tirelessly to maintain a healthy balance between safety and comfort. All travelers are granted a 30-day free on-arrival visa with a confirmed booking with any registered tourist facility in the country. Tourists are simply required to complete an online health declaration form and provide a negative PCR test result taken at least 96 hours before departure from the first point of embarkation. The natural, socially distanced geography of the Maldivian islands ensured that the resorts, liveaboards, and the hotels are naturally distanced from areas with high population density. The uniquely Maldivian one island, one resort concept also ensured that travelers are safe and secure as they spend their vacation in areas that function under stringent safety measures. Our efforts in ensuring the Maldives remains a safe destination has not gone unnoticed. The World Tourism and Travel Council granted the Maldives Safe Travel Stamp in recognition of the efforts to implement and enhance health and safety measures in line with their global safe travels protocol, and Velana International Airport received the ACI Airport Health Accreditation for consistent measures in line with their standards in the new normal. VIA is also the second airport in the Asia Pacific region to receive the health accreditation as well. The efforts in ensuring Maldives remains a safe haven for travelers is moving on to the next chapter. During April 2021, Visit Maldives in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism launched the I Am Vaccinated campaign in order to share a positive message regarding the vaccination of staff working in the tourism sector, as well as promoting the initiatives undertaken to ensure the Maldives remains one of the safest destinations in the world for travelers. Our goal was to make Maldives the country with the first fully vaccinated tourism industry in the world. As of 8th July this year, an impressive 97% of resort employees have received the first dose of the vaccine, while 80% of the staff are fully vaccinated. We are on our way to achieving our goal. We strongly believe that the vaccination population and industry will play an important role in the future of the tourism industry. With that said, next year is going to be one of the most exciting years for Maldivian tourism. The Maldives will celebrate the golden jubilee year of the Maldivian tourism industry, and the world is witnessing a global decline in COVID cases and mass vaccination campaigns. There's hope that 2022 will be a year of joyous celebrations and festivities. Indeed, the first travelers arrived in the Maldives 49 years ago, and since then the world has changed drastically. Yet the elements that made Maldives so incredibly special all these years ago remain the same: solitude, serenity, relaxation, and unparalleled jaw-dropping beauty at every step. The Thailand market is one that is close to Maldivian tourism industry. Thailand is undoubtedly one of the favorite destinations for Maldivians to visit, and I'm confident that Maldives remains one of the most desired and preferred destinations for travelers from Thailand as well. Over the years, Maldives has seen a steady growth in terms of tourist arrivals from the Southeast Asian countries or regions, making it a promising market with a great flight connectivity to the Maldives. In 2019, Maldives welcomed over 87,636 tourists from Southeast Asian market, of which over 14% were from Thailand. Despite travel restrictions, Visit Maldives is promoting the destination in the Southeast Asian market to ensure that Maldives remains as a top-of-the-mind destination among travelers, and to ensure the Maldives is the most preferred destination for Southeast Asian travelers once borders reopen for leisure travel and travel restrictions are lifted. We are saddened to hear that COVID-19 cases are increasing in Thailand, and lockdowns and restrictions will be extended in certain provinces for another 2 weeks starting today. Our deepest thoughts, wishes, and prayers are with the people of Thailand. We remain optimistic that travelers from Thailand market, and of course the Southeast Asian market in general, will once again feel the Maldivian sand, sun, and sea. We are ready to welcome you all once again to these beautifully scattered islands of ours, a true safe haven. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Toyib Mohammed. Now, I would like to request His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Jinnah, the Ambassador of Maldives to Thailand, to address the attendees. Mr. Mohammed Jinnah.
Safa, why don't you move to the next agenda? When Excellency is ready, we will ask. Yeah.
Yes, okay. We will wait for His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Jinnah, and when he's ready, we can go on with his speech. For now, we will move on to the most anticipated part of this session, our destination presentation. Please note, this presentation is conducted with dual audio channel option. Therefore, attendees have the option on Zoom to listen in either English or Thai language. You may now select your preferred language from the interpretation button for this presentation. Now we will be sharing our destination presentation. presented by the Maldives PR representatives in Southeast Asia, Ms. Verong Nang and Ms. Sunanta Wara Panatanayu.
All right, thank you, Zafar. I should start my presentations today. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So let me start with some quick facts about the Maldives. The Maldives is a nation of the islands in the Indian Ocean. So the country is comprised of over 1,190 islands that stretch along a length of 871 kilometers. 200 of the islands are inhabited, and a select few of each of the atolls are resorts, and some of the islands are used for the industry and agriculture. The islands are grouped into a double chain of 26 natural atolls. The climate is warm and tropical, with the average highs at a consistent 26.5 to 31.3 degrees Celsius year-round. The Maldives have two distinct and dominating a dry season from November to April and a wet season from May to October, associated with the monsoon season in June and July. The total area approximately.
Vicky, can you please unmute?
Okay. Total area is approximately 9.
แล้วก็ในขณะที่มาลดีฟนะคะมีทั้งหมดนะคะถ้าเป็นในสิ่งที่เป็นน้ำก็คือ 99% แล้วก็ในพื้นดินจะเป็น 1% นะคะแล้วก็จำนวนพื้นที่ก็จะเป็น 90,000 ตารางกิโลเมตรนะคะ
resides in the capital city Malé
ที่ 60% จะเป็นอัตราการแลกเปลี่ยนจากในอุตสาหกรรมท่องเที่ยวนะคะประชากรจะมีประมาณ 530,000 คนนะคะแล้วก็ในขณะที่1 US เนี่ยของเขาจะเท่ากับ MBR 15.42 นะคะในขณะที่ภาษาที่เขาใช้อย่างเป็นทางการก็จะเป็น DVE นะคะแต่ว่าในขณะเดียวกันก็คือทางเจ้าหน้าที่สามารถใช้ภาษาอังกฤษแล้วก็ภาษาอื่นๆได้ประสบการณ์ที่เอเย่นสามารถจะแนะนำลูกค้านะคะก็คือประสบการณ์ใต้น้ำสำหรับรีสอร์ทนะคะก็คือจะมีในเรื่องของสปามีในเรื่องของบาร์นะคะแล้วก็มีในเรื่องของที่พักนะคะที่อยู่ใต้น้ำแล้วก็จะมีการรับประทานอาหารหรือว่าห้องการดินเนอร์ที่
sleep and indulge yourself as fish swim by. Apart from the underwater experiences, Maldives is creating the unique and inspiring environment where guests can enjoy incredible close-to-nature experience without compromising on high-spec design and luxury comforts. An exotic yet unique accommodations experience with stunning scenery and nowhere else, such as stay at your own private over-water villa, the floating breakfast in an infinity pool, tree house adventures, and the bubble tent on the beach. And never forgetting the adventurous activity we would experience in Maldives, such as fly above the islands by seaplane, the sunset fishing, snorkeling, and scuba diving to swim freely in harmony with the nature and experience the mystic illuminated shores at night. We are ready to welcome everybody to Maldives. As of today, we have 154.
ปัจจุบันเนี่ยเรามี154รีสอร์ทด้วยกันในเกสต์เฮาส์เนี่ยก็คือจะมีจำนวน434
10 hotels are in operations, creating the capacity of over 47,000 beds. From the super luxury frequented by the world's travel elites to the more affordable, the resorts have one thing in common in Maldives. Each resort is built with one island, one resort concept. Self-contained is the most unique selling point of this staying option. Whatever resort you choose, you can assure of your freedom, the peace of mind, and everything is just barefoot walk away from your room. And if you are more inclined to get a taste of the local life experience and culture, then one of the many guest houses in local island could be your choice. Experience a holiday in a local island and still get to enjoy all the scenery and fun in the Maldives.
แล้วก็ในลักษณะของการพักบนเรือนะคะก็จะมีความสะดวกเนื่องจากว่าลูกค้าสามารถที่จะเคลื่อนย้ายในการที่จะทำกิจกรรมต่างๆได้ง่ายกว่านะคะไม่ว่าจะเป็นการดำน้ำนะคะแล้วก็มี
different experience. But hotels are actually a good choice if you wish to combine business with pleasure. Located in a convenient locations in the city, providing you to access to your business need, as well as the great getaway packages that could certainly fit in with your interests. As National Tourism Office, we are responsible for carrying out promotional activity to become the most preferred island destination of the world under the theme Maldives, the sunny side of life. And under this brand, we aim to show and promote different segments of Maldives, namely spiritual side of life, romantic side of life, colorful side of life, thrilling side of life, cultural and fun side of life. Now we would like to share a little bit about the visitor arrivals into Maldives. Here we can see our top source markets. By end of 2019, Maldives received 1.7 million tourist arrivals, and the key market were China, India, Italy, Germany, UK, Russia, France, USA, Japan, and Australia. Last year, before the
ปี
lockdown,
2020 ก่อนที่จะล็อกดาวน์เนี่ยเราก็ยังได้ต้อนรับลูกค้าที่มาท่องเที่ยวในประมาณเกือบ 400,000 คนนะคะ
after 3.5 months of lockdown, we have welcomed international tourists again, and by end of the year, we achieved more than 500,000 tourist arrivals for 2020, with a total 172,604 arrivals since our border reopening. And we focus on Thailand markets. Thailand recorded 29,211 tourist arrival in 2019 and 3,460.
แล้วก็ในปีที่แล้วก็ประมาณ 3,000 คนนะคะตลาดของ Southeast Asia ก็ถือเป็นตลาดที่มาลดีฟให้ความสำคัญนะคะก็คืออยู่ใน1 ใน 20แล้วก็จะเห็นว่าประเทศไทยสิงคโปร์แล้วก็มาเลเนี่ยจะเป็น1
top 20 countries to the Maldives in terms of arrival, and Thailand is a top source market among the Southeast Asia. We have connectivity from all parts of the world, and after the reopenings, total 30 airlines have resumed their direct flights to Maldives. Before the pandemic, we have the operating carriers from Southeast Asia, which are Bangkok Airways, AirAsia, Singapore Airlines SilAir, and Sri Lankan Airlines. And last year, December, SilAir Singapore Airlines have resumed their direct flights. And we look forward more direct flights to be resumed as soon as the borders reopen. But during these uncertain times, we never stop our marketing activities to maintain the destination presence and visibility in all the markets to make more awareness of the destination and also the current situation, the safety measures taken, and the experiences available. We continue to participate in trade fairs, organize fam trip for media, celebrity, and influencers, conduct roadshow and virtual events, join marketing campaigns with industry partners, and have also carried out advertising campaigns on digital, print, social media, and outdoor across all markets simultaneously. For Southeast Asia, our marketing activity, including fairs and roadshow, fam trip, and upon the ease of travel restrictions, and various educational and marketing campaigns. All right, why Maldives a safe haven for travelers? We are lucky to say that Maldives has unique geographical formations with islands naturally distanced from one another. The signature one island, one resort concept means that visitors to the country are based in their respective resort. These unique arrangements make it easier for visitors to maintain social distancing while enjoying a truly safe and secluded holiday. While visitors get to enjoy the beautiful country again, so this is our responsible to provide a clear understanding and guideline to make sure the travelers
อยากจะให้ลูกค้าเนี่ยได้ทำการ confirm booking ให้เรียบร้อยนะคะแล้วก็ตั้งแต่วันที่ 26 ที่ผ่านมาเนี่ยเราก็ได้มีการประกาศกฎเกณฑ์ในการที่จะต้องโชว์เอกสารเกี่ยวกับการตรวจโควิด -19 นะคะที่เป็น PCR test นะคะผลเป็นลบภายใน 72 ชั่วโมงก่อนการเดินทางนะคะมาจนถึงประเทศมาลดีฟส์นะคะแล้วก็ก่อนการเดินทาง 24 ชั่วโมงเนี่ยนักท่องเที่ยวทุกคนจำเป็นที่จะต้องsubmitเพื่อที่จะแสดงเพื่อที่จะแถลงเกี่ยวกับสุขภาพภายใน 24 ชั่วโมงนะคะผ่านเว็บไซต์ของ Immigration แล้วก็สามารถพักที่มาลดีฟได้ 30 วันโดยที่เป็น Visa on Arrival นะคะถ้ามีการสปิทในการพักผ่อนในการพักเนี่ยก็คือต้องติดต่อ Immigration นะคะผ่านเว็บไซต์นะคะถ้าพูดถึงการเดินทางมายังประเทศมาลดีฟส์นะคะก็จะมีสนามบินที่เป็นเวเลนาที่เป็นนานาชาตินะคะแล้วก็เป็นสนามบินหลักนะคะแล้วก็สามารถเชื่อมต่อไปยัง 13 domestic นะคะแล้วก็จะเป็นทางเรือส่วนอันนี้ก็จะเป็นลิสต์รายชื่อของสนามบินนะคะที่เป็นสนามบินหลักแล้วก็อีก 13 ที่เป็น domestic airport นะคะรัฐบาลของมาลดีฟเองเนี่ยเห็นความสำคัญในการฉีดวัคซีนเพราะฉะนั้นตั้งแต่1 February ที่ผ่านมาก็เริ่มมีการฉีดวัคซีนนะคะโดยเรามีเป้าหมายว่าจะฉีดให้สำเร็จภายใน6 เดือนนะคะก็คือ 302,000 เนี่ยได้มีการฉีดวัคซีนไปแล้วประมาณ 260,000 คนก็คือได้ฉีดวัคซีน2 เข็มประมาณ 40,000 คนก็คือเป็นในอุตสาหกรรมท่องเที่ยวนะคะที่ได้รับการฉีดวัคซีนไปแล้วนะคะแล้วก็หวังว่าภายในสิ้นเดือนสิงหาคม
% of the eligible populations before the end of August. Here are some campaigns that introduced after the reopening of our borders. Maldives Immigration has launched a Maldives Border Miles program, the first of its kind loyalty program in the world. This program launched in the beginning of this year and come with a great benefit and in 3 tiers. Points will be given every time the traveler crosses the border, as well as for the special occasions. Allied Insurance has introduced Allied Inbound, the first COVID-19 travel insurance in Maldives. And Allied Inbound consists of 2 options covering the medical charges, in isolation facility charges, emergency medical transportation charges, and interment charges following a positive diagnosis of COVID-19 of a tourist during their stay. Visit Maldives, in cooperation with Ministry of Tourism, has launched a campaign called I'm Vaccinated. This is to share the positive message regarding the vaccinations of staff working in the tourism industry, as well as to promote the initiatives being undertaken to ensure the Maldives remain one of the safest destinations for the traveler. And the ultimate target is to make Maldives the first fully vaccinated tourism sector in the world. Visit Maldives has putting extra effort to ensure the protection and make sure that tourists can enjoy a calm and secluded environment upon their visit.
สถานที่ปลอดภัยจาก WTTC แล้วก็ในเรื่องของสนามบินที่ได้มาตรฐานนะคะจาก ACI รวมถึงเป็น destination ที่เป็นระดับโลกนะคะจาก World Travel Awards นะคะ
We received the world's leading destinations of 2020 awards from the World Travel Awards. So this truly does make Maldives a safe haven.
ก็ทำให้มาลดีฟเป็นที่ปลอดภัยแล้วก็เชื่อมั่นได้สำหรับนักท่องเที่ยวนะคะที่จะเดินทางมายังประเทศมาลดีฟนะคะ
Thank you.
ขอบคุณทุกท่านนะคะที่รับฟังค่ะ
We hope that all the attendees enjoyed the presentation. Now, I would like to request His Excellency Mr. Mohammad Jinnah, the Ambassador of Maldives to Thailand, to address the attendees. Mr. Mohammad Jinnah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me now. My apologies for the slight technical issue there. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon. It is a great privilege and honor for me to participate in this travel trade webinar. My sincere thanks to Mr. Tayyib Mohammed, Managing Director of Visit Maldives, and his team for hosting this virtual event despite the difficulties associated with the COVID-19 pandemic. I would also like to thank the participants joining us from Thailand during this very challenging period in Thailand. The COVID-19 pandemic is undoubtedly the most disruptive global event in recent history. The pandemic has caused unprecedented socio-economic impact on the tourism industry, including on the millions of livelihoods it sustains. The pandemic has worsened worldwide economies' exposure to external shocks. Trade and tourism sector is one of the worst hit among the sectors affected, with hotel closures, air travel being halted, and travel restrictions virtually all around the world. The Maldives, being heavily dependent on tourism, is notably one of the hardest hit countries in the world by this crisis, and in terms of its impact on the economy. Many vulnerable countries, including Thailand, are very similar experiences, having very similar experiences as we speak. Curbing the spread of COVID-19 pandemic has been the government's top priority since the onset of the global pandemic. Accordingly, the government of Maldives implemented swift and strict measures to ensure the protection of its citizens, residents, and visitors when COVID-19 first reached our shores. One of such measures was to close our borders in March of 2020. At the same time, we adopted a multi-sectoral approach to deal with the crisis and made the courageous decision to open the borders on the 15th of July in 2020. This had allowed us to be more prepared and well positioned to cater to the new normal. And Alhamdulillah, our efforts have shown results. Maldives also the world's leading destination award at the grand final of the World Travel Awards in 2020. I take this opportunity to congratulate the unrelenting efforts of the Maldives Marketing and Public Relations Corporation and all stakeholders for their dedication and hard work in winning this prestigious title in 2020. This year in 2021, despite a devastating wave of new infections that forced our country to temporarily close its border for visitors from South Asia region, I am pleased to note over 500,000 tourists have visited the country by the beginning of July. Ladies and gentlemen, Maldives attaches great importance to our relations with Thailand. The opening of the embassy here in Bangkok in late 2019 is a true testament to our cordial relations. Thailand is an important socio-economic partner for the Maldives. The largest number of Thai investments in South Asia are in the Maldives. The completion of the phase 1 of the Crossroads Maldives project in Q3 of 2019 by Singha Estate is the 6th Thai investment in our tourism sector and the largest of its kind in the Maldives. Thailand is an important emerging source market for Maldives with increased tourist arrivals in multiple folds pre-pandemic year on year. We hope the COVID-19 situation in Thailand improves soon and we will be able to once again welcome the friendly Thai visitors from the land of smiles to the sunny side of life. I wish to note here that we have requested the Thai authorities to review the current COE suspension for non-Thai nationals traveling to Thailand from the Maldives. Establishment of a travel corridor between the two countries will be crucial to make this a reality. A travel corridor that will not require quarantine for fully vaccinated visitors upon returning from the Maldives is something we should explore once the current COVID-19 situation in Thailand is averted. Air connectivity is one of the key drivers of tourism and trade. We had 3 airlines, Bangkok Airways, Thai Air Asia, and our national carrier Maldivian, operating direct flights between Bangkok and Male prior to the pandemic. I'm also pleased to inform you that 2 other Thai low-cost airlines have expressed interest to operate flights to Maldives once the COVID-19 situation improves and the restrictions are eased, of course. It is my hope that more carriers will consider operating flights to the Maldives in the near future, establishing more travelers as regular visitors from this region to travel to and experience the sunny side of life. Ladies and gentlemen, we began this year with great hope and expectations. Maldives, being an island nation, the famously known the concept of one island, one resort allows travelers privacy and social distancing, and it is the ideal safe destination offering a holistic vacation experience. The requirement of a negative PCR test result and other precautionary measures allow us to be a safe destination for both tourists and industry employees. The positive achievements would not have been possible without the dedication and sacrifice of our travel and tourism partners and the community as a whole. The government of Maldives has started a new vaccination drive to inoculate 90% of the population by the end of August 2021, continuing to achieve 100% inoculation of the whole population in the Maldives thereafter. In the new normal, while we work to revive businesses to bring back the people's livelihoods, we must focus on making the economic growth as green and as sustainable as possible. Respect for nature, its resources, and living within our means must be an integral part of our culture, and protection of the environment will then follow naturally. We need to promote a stronger, more sustainable and resilient tourism economy in our post-pandemic recovery efforts as we build back better. Before I conclude, I would also like to mention the new Aid Trade Tourism Investment, or ATTI initiative, which has been spearheaded by our Foreign Minister, His Excellency Abdullah Shahid, which is now implemented in all our missions around the world. This is a new strategy we have adopted to connect with our foreign friends and trade partners, facilitating a channel to reach the Maldives through our embassies or missions as the first point of contact in the host countries and regions. I wish you all success in your efforts to revive the tourism economy, and I look forward to working closely with you all to promote Maldives, the sunny side of life. I thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed Jinnah, for the information. Now, 3 of our industry partners who are present with us will showcase their own property and unique experiences. Please note that the respective representatives from these establishments will be taking 1 or 2 questions directly after their presentations. So please drop your questions into the chat box below. Moving forward, the first presentation will be given by Atoll's World, I would like to request Mr. Mohammad Bassam Adam, the Managing Director of Atolls World, to start with the presentation.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, we are at World. We are a DMC and your B2B partner in Maldives. I will not go make my presentation very long because since you already have heard a lot about Maldives and our, restrictions and etc. in order to travel to Maldives. So a brief history about our companies that we started 10 years back in Maldives as Rainment Maldives, and later on we went to establish in Singapore, and we incorporated as Luxurica in Singapore as a travel technology company, and we were just about to launch our B2B just before the pandemic. Unfortunately, I have to be back in Maldives, and we started Atolls World. And Atolls World has two other brands, which is Budget Atolls and World Luxury Atolls coming up in a future. So currently we have, after the restrictions lift in the Maldives, we were able to penetrate a lot of, new travel agents and operators around the globe. And today, our vision and mission is here, and we are to be the, most innovative DMC offering travel products to travel agents and operators, assuring clients protection to our partners. Because in COVID, we believe we need to offer protection as well, and we have a very good system incorporated in Maldives together with government of Maldives and tourism promotion board to ensure that our tourists are well protected. So we are also working along with the authorities to ensure all, protections are followed as per the regulations, HPA guidelines. Services we offer are resort and hotel bookings, and we also have a B2B booking system, and it is now it is automated with a lot of consolidators. So it is currently the fastest growing B2B system in Asia. And we have a yacht and cruise handling. We have private jet handling. We do airline ticketing. We are a PSA for one of the newest airline in Maldives, which is a luxury domestic carrier, Mantaya. And we also do events along with our co-partner, Stageco, who is the biggest event company in Maldives at the moment. And we do private island and other bookings as well. So why us? Our contracts cover up to 70% of the Maldives resort, and our service standards are 90% customer satisfaction. Some of the partners that currently we are working with are here, and we have more. As we mentioned, we cover more than 70%. So any questions? I'm open for it. Is it?
Thank you, Mr. Mohammad Bassam Adam. You may unshare your screen now. Next, I would like to request Mr. Mohammad Shihab, the Director of Sales and Marketing at Sunshiam Orwell Maldives, to start with the presentation.
Good afternoon all. Thank you for your time. Sorry, I was just a bit occupied earlier. So therefore, thank you so much. Let me share the screen. My presentation. Yeah, I just wanted to give you a little brief before I move forward with the presentation. Sunshiam Maldives is one of the properties of Sunshiam as a group. We have about 5 properties in Maldives. That includes our Siam World, which is opening also in October. That will be on the 8th of October. Yeah, so Sunshiam Maldives is a property which is very close to Malé, which is 45 minutes by speedboat. And we have got 3 islands connected to one. So I will also be showing you a video presentation, which will give you all a clear view of what all we have within our property in terms of facilities and services. Yeah. So I'm just gonna play the video. I will stop sharing this. I'll come back to the presentation again. I hope Zafan, everyone can see my screen,
Yes, we can see.
the video.
Yes.
I'm just gonna play the video.
All right.
So please, I request everyone to enjoy this video. It's just gonna take 1 minute, and then I'll bring you over for more information. So I hope you all enjoy the video. Yeah, it was just a brief. Now let me bring you to more detailed information of our property. So on the screen, what you see is our island map. Yeah, and then of course towards the left is where our speedboat representation is for your reference. So if you look at the right-hand side of your screen, you see 3 islands connected to one. Yeah, at the bottom of the map is where our main island is, where I'm running my cursor. So this was open, I would say 29 years ago. And then we have added up the Dream Island to our facility and services, which was open only 3 years ago. You see a bridge which is connected to this island. So from main island to Dream Island, we have a bridge that connects. Yeah. And then we are going to have our Romance Island, which is at the top right corner where I'm running my cursor even, where we will give you a feasibility of having adults only island experience. Yeah. So this part of the island will be open by end of this year. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, we will have 3 islands connecting to each other through a bridge. Yeah. And that gives you also an opportunity to have different room categories experience, starting from deluxe rooms. This is our leading category where I'm running my cursor. And then it goes up to the Romance Island categories, which will be exclusive for adults only. And every villa at Romance Island will have a pool attached to it. Yeah. But then even at Dream Island, you do have water villas, you do have beach villas with pool and without pool. Plus you do have your own bar, you do have your own pool. So it's a very nice property wherein you will never feel bored, even if you're going to stay for 2 weeks with us. Yeah. And one of the key highlights also of our property, which I would like to mention right here, is that when you arrive, this is the main jetty point where I'm running my cursor again. This is where we also have a manta point, where guests normally go at night and mantas visit them. So you don't need to pay extra to actually experience this manta view at our property. Plus, this is where we also have our house reef. So right by the jetty, you can just jump off to experience our house reef. Okay. And as I mentioned earlier, is a property which is very close to LA. It only takes 35 to 45 minutes by a speedboat for you to reach to our property. Okay. Now, this It's just to give you a little glance of what all we have at our property, which I've been mentioning about earlier at my presentation or at the video that you may have seen. We have got in total 427 rooms to offer to you. We're adding one more room in here, definitely. So it is going to be 427 by end of this year. That includes all 3 island inventory we're going to have. Just with water villas, we will have 178 units to offer to you. That includes both with pool and without pool. And on beach category, we will have 246 units to offer to you. We also have a 2-bedroom villa option if the guests would love to have one, but we only have 2 units for now, which is one over the water and one on the beach. There are plans that will also add in more villas to our inventory, which will give you a 2-bedroom villa inventory. When it comes to food and beverage outlets, we're going to have a massive selection of dining and also at our bars. We've got 15 outlets to offer by end of this year and for you to choose from. That includes 3 buffet restaurants. So one will be at our main island. There's going to be one at our Dream Island. And then there's one which is going to be at Romance Island. And number of a la carte restaurants, we're going to have 5 different a la carte restaurants for you to experience. That includes our Namaste called Indian cuisine restaurant. And then we also have Siam Market, which is our Thai cuisine. And then we also have our Maghrib grill, which is going to give you an experience of seafood grill restaurant. We're going to add in 2 more, which will be at Romance Island, but that's a surprise for you all. So with regards to bars, we have got 6, which will be definitely located in different parts of the island. And then we also have a snack bar to offer to you, which is called as Island Pizza. That's a daytime dining outlet where you'll get to have some salads, pizzas. You can also indulge yourself into the beach area because it is located just by the beach. Now, this is just to give you a little look of what deluxe room, which is the leading category. As I was mentioning earlier, we have a room for every different clientele with different budgets. So if they want to limit on their room budget, they can definitely come down and stay at this deluxe room and definitely spend more on facilities and services what we have on our island. So with deluxe room, we limit 2 adults and 1 child only. And the architectural setup is we've got 2 rooms at the ground floor, then we've got 2 rooms on top floor. The room measures only 50 square meter. We've got 100 units in total of this deluxe room category. This is just for your reference. But this is how it looks from inside out. It's quite okay to actually come and stay here in the deluxe room, and then you spend more on activities. Property. Now, the other category, what I would like to highlight, definitely we've got 14 different room categories with our property to offer to you, but I'm just going to go with key highlights on different categories so that it'll be easier for you to understand, and I will not take much of your time. So Grand Beach Villa with pool is an elevated room category, what we have located in Dream Island. And we also have a Grand Beach Villa, which is just without the pool. And what you see here, if I'm going to show you the Grand Beach Villa, it is just going to be very similar, but without the pool. Now, this is Grand Beach Villa with pool for your reference because it has a pool at the deck area. We also have another category, which is just next to this particular category where we have a living space, and that becomes Grand Beach Suite with pool for your reference. And I've just a look and feel of our beach. As you can see, we also have a privacy screen between all these rooms. One thing we have always taken note of is the privacy of our guests. Plus, one of the biggest highlight of our properties, all our properties, is that we have beach right around. Wherever you go on the island, you will find the beach, and definitely a very nice lagoon for you to experience. At this particular room category, we have actually decided to accommodate 2 adults and 3 children. 2 adults and 2 children, or even 3 adults if they require. I'll show an image of the bathroom for your reference. Now that's the outdoor unit, and that's how you see it when you're actually lying down on your deck outside your room. Now, just a glimpse of Grand Water Villa for your reference. I've just mentioned to you about the beach category, and now it is over the water. So with regards to Grand Water Villa, we also have an elevated category, which involves pool. Everything would be the same. The only difference is we will have a pool attached to the villa, which is by the deck for your reference. Rest all remains the same. Definitely also the room size is a bit bigger compared to Grand Water Villa. This particular room measures 100 square meter. The other one with pool measures 123 square meter. Oh, no, 119 square meter. Yeah. It's a breathtaking view when you are just sitting by the deck of this particular villa. And that's the interior for your reference. So now this is the one which I'm showing you with the pool. So the difference, as you may have seen, it's only the pool by the deck, which is an addition to the previous villa. The rest all remains the same. That's an aerial view. It's definitely breathtaking again for you all to definitely come and stay with us one day. And then just wanted to give you a little highlight also on our highest category. Out of all the other room categories we only have one unit, which is over the water 2-bedroom. And this is what it is, presidential water suite. We only have one unit to offer to all of our guests, but it measures 270 square meter. One bedroom is with 2 single beds and the other one is with master bed. It has a huge deck space, even huge living space within the room. That will definitely give you a very good experience when you're going to stay with us at this category. It also has its own kitchenette. So it's one of the rooms which definitely a family would love to stay in. And you have your own kind of sandbank when it is low tide. So the guest loves this particular element when they're staying at this particular villa. Now, just to give you also a glimpse of our Romance Island, which is coming up by end of this year. Hopefully it will be all ready for our guests to use. We only have 2 different categories at Romance Island. One is on the beach, the other one is over the water. We call them romantic beach villa with pool and romantic water villa with pool. Both are very similar. Major difference is definitely the overwater element and beach element, plus the size of the villa is a bit bigger when it comes to water villa. But it's very cozy. As I've mentioned earlier, this particular part of the island, Romance Island, is meant only for adults. We don't allow kids in here. But every room comes to a private pool. As you could see, it's 112 square meter compared to 91 square meter of a romantic beach villa for your reference. But it's a beautiful setup with round bed and the screen which covers the whole bed. It's a very different experience that you're going to have at our Romance Island. Now, just a glimpse of our restaurants. As I was mentioning earlier, at present we have got 2 main buffet restaurants. One is Sunset and the other one is Malafai. So this particular, I would say, restaurant information is mainly for you to understand that at present we have got 2 islands which are 100% operating, which is Main Island and Dream Island. So Sunset Restaurant is located on our Main Island and Malafai is located at our Dream Island. Apart from these 2 main restaurants or buffet restaurants, we've got 3 a la cartes at present. That is Maghrib, Namaste, and Siam Market. I've already highlighted about these 3 outlets as well at the beginning of my presentation. Maghrib serves you seafood and grill. Namaste is Indian cuisine. Siam Market is our Thai cuisine restaurant. So we are adding up Teppanyaki and Lamore, which will be at our Romance Island. So we're gonna have Italian cuisine restaurant. We may also have a Spanish cuisine restaurant, but that's in the talks still. The Island Pizza is what I was mentioning. It's our day dining outlet where the guests can indulge themselves in an experience to have some pizza, some salads by the beach. When it comes to our bars, at present we've got 4 outlets where the guests can indulge themselves into experiences, but we are gonna add 2 more bars at our Romance Island. So Lagoon Bar, Sunrise, and Doni Bar are located at our Main Island. Dream Bar with the Infinity Pool is located at our Dream Island. Doni Bar is also our Infinity Pool by the Main Island. We also have our Kids Club. So we definitely allow kids from the age of 3 to 12, and we have got slides for the kids. We've also got pool for the kids in the Kids Club, and this is one of the key highlight because we don't charge for 2 kids below 14.99 years old staying with their parents in the same room. We don't even charge for their transfer. We only charge green tax. Right? This is a very important point for you to take note of, and this is one of our key selling point because we are also family friendly resort. Right? So when it comes to experience and entertainment, we've got our entertainment program, which will give you evening entertainments. Every evening, we've got one or the other activity happening, or entertainment happening, which involves DJ nights. We also have karaoke nights. We have got crab race night. We have got glow party. You name it, we have. We also have a live band happening in one of these. We also have our beach fiesta. That's also part of the entertainment program, which happens every every Monday. So there's a lot for you to experience at our property when you come and stay with us. And apart from that, we also have 2 spas on our island. One is on the land, the other one is over the water. Each spa has got 8 treatment rooms to offer. We've got our excursions and water sports facilities even for the guests to make use of. Not to forget, we also have our hydro bike coming in soon to join our water sports facilities. For now, we also have a flyboard, we have kite surfing, we have windsurf, we have got wakeboarding, you name it, we have it, all of those. We also have our diving center owned by our own company itself. We don't have a third-party operator, and we do lots of weddings on our property by the beach. We've got 2 tennis courts for you to experience again on our property. We're going to add 1 more, most likely, at our Romance Island. Lots of indoor games facility as well. What we have at our property, table tennis. We also got volleyball court. We've got billiard table. There's a lot, guys. So I really welcome you all to come and stay with us, and I'm sure you will love the experience. Before I end my presentation, I also want to highlight on our MICE facility. We have a MICE space where you can do your meetings, your conferences. We can easily accommodate 250 guests on a theater style setup at our banquet hall. So thank you so much for the time and listening. So if you have any questions, I'm right here.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed Shihab. If any of our attendees have any questions for our industry partners' presentations, please feel free to drop your questions in the chat box below so we can discuss them in the Q&A session afterwards. Last but not least, I would like to request Ms. Zulwi Jin, the Director of Sales at the Residence Maldives, to present.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Ms. Zulwi.
Thank you for attending this session. I'm Jean. I'm from the Residence Maldives. I will share with you brief 2 videos because we have 2 resorts in the Maldives. So this is the experience we want to create for you and your guests when you come and stay with us. So 1 stay, 2 resorts, 3 islands. So we have 1 island called the Faluma Fushi, the island called the Digura, and in between we have a castaway island. And one unique point we have is we have a 1 kilometer long connecting bridge that's connecting these 2 resorts together. So without further ado, let me bring you on to a short video. This is the first video for the Residence Maldives Faluma Fushi. Our resort is actually located in the south of Maldives. It's reachable by a 55 minutes domestic flight followed by a 5 minutes speedboat ride. So this is the view that the guests will be able to see, and on arrival, on check-in, you'll be able to access to 180 degrees view of the Indian Ocean. For Faluma Fushi, we have a total of 94 villas, a mixture of beach villa, beach pool villa, water villa, and water pool villa. So moving around the island is very easy. We have buggy service, complimentary bicycles, or if not, guests can actually take a leisurely walk around the island. It's always beautiful and sunny on our island in the Residence. That's our Faluma Fushi Overwater restaurant. Very special dining. It's above the water, located at the end of a jetty. So a lot of guests likes to go there for their romantic dining. And we do have all-day dining, al fresco seating as well. So we have different meal plans available, half board, full board, or even all-inclusive for your guests, different options. We do offer a variety of complimentary activities as well. We do have snorkeling orientation, sunrise and sunset yoga lessons. All these are complimentary. And one highlight is sightings of dolphins at our island. It's more than 99%. As you can see, they're always loitering our reef area. So if you're lucky, sometimes from the villa itself, when you look out into the reef, you can actually see some dolphins swimming across. As I mentioned earlier on, we are located in one of the world's largest and deepest atolls, so lots of beautiful, vibrant marine life is waiting for you to explore them as well. We do have spa facilities. Just now you saw it's Spa by Clarins, very perfect for honeymoon couples, and we do offer honeymoon discount as well. And creating memories is always a part for all guests who come and stay with us. So we do offer wedding ceremonies as well, and these can be conducted at one of our private islands. So very, very exclusive memories that we are able to create for all your guests when they come and stay with us at the residence. Alright, this is the first video. I have the second video of the Digura. This is a new resort that was opened in 2019. 173 villas in total. So we have a mixture of beach villa, water villa, lagoon villa. And this island is actually 2 kilometers long. Very, very big island. Very, very lush greeneries we have as well. So in between, this is the Castaway Island, very, very private, very exclusive as well. So a lot of guests likes to go to the Castaway Island to view sunrise and sunset. And we even have hammock and swings set up on this Castaway Island. So this is cycling along the 1 kilometer long bridge. Perfect for families and honeymoon couples as well. So lots of space for guests to experience when they come and stay with us. So that's our water pool villa. As you can see, a small ray is swimming by past the water villas. So sometimes for children, they need not even go into the water. Just by the side, they are able to see a lot of marine life swimming past. Sea turtles, reef sharks, rays. And this is our spa, overwater spa. And this is our exclusive specialty restaurant. They serve Chinese food. It's also included in our standard all-inclusive meal plan. This is our kids club. So our Digura, we welcome children. So we do have activities for the children while the parents enjoy their holiday. So it's really a family vacation when they come and stay with us. Of course, marine activity is a must. We do have parasailing, kayaking, stand-up paddling, and once again, dolphins. So they are always loitering around our island. All these are wild dolphins, so chancing upon them, it's really, really very exciting for the families and especially for the children. So that's the Castaway Island, located in between the two islands. And we are able to arrange for private dining as well. So coming to the Maldives is always about creating memories. So we are here to create beautiful memories so your guests can depart, refresh, renew, and then you can plan for another holiday with you again. All right, that's the end of my presentation. This is my contact details. If you want to contact me for more details about my resort, I'm Jean and I'm from the Residence Maldives. Any questions?
Thank you, Ms. Lu and Jin. And thank you all for virtually giving us a glimpse of your unique properties and the destination. I hope everyone visits Maldives to enjoy the sun, sand, and sea of paradise. This therefore leaves us at the last component of our webinar session, the Q&A segment. We will now be opening the floor for questions. We have a question for Sanchiam Orwell Maldives. The question is, what are your room bar rates? Mr. Shihab?
What are my room bar rates?
Yes.
Sorry. Well, they can just email it to me, then I can share it with them. Yeah, because
All right.
I will not be able to share the bar rates right on this presentation, but I will share it with them if they can just email it to me directly.
All right. Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Shihab.
I also have Zafar, I also have another message requesting for the presentation, so I will also send that across.
Yes, we will be sharing the destination presentations of all the industry partners along with everybody's contact details with all the attendees after the session. If please feel free to ask any more questions. We have a question for the residents Maldives. The question is, how about the range of published rates among the 3 islands?
I have shared my contact details on the chat, so please do feel free to drop me an email. I'll be happy to assist for any rates requests.
Thank you, Ms. Zhu. And that will be all the questions we can take for today. Once again, we will be sharing the destination presentation and all the contact details of the 3 industry partners with all the attendees after this session. Before wrapping up, I would like to request our Managing Director, Mr. Toyib Mohammed, to say a few final words before the closure of the session. Mr. Toyib Mohammed.
Hi, thanks again. It was very interesting to see a lot of different types of products being showcased today, and it leaves me actually wanting to go there as well to have a swim, isn't it, Jin? Anyways, looking forward for everybody to visit Maldives soon. And before concluding, I would like to thank His Excellency Jinnah for his kind words, and we wish to be the Thai nationalities to be getting a little bit easier when they go back from Maldives, when the borders are open, a little bit leeway for the quarantine procedures. I hear that now at the moment it's you have to get quarantine in a government appointed hotel, not even the resident as well. Anyways, thanks once again for all the industry partners who has taken the time, and of course our industry partners, I will say, for the travel trade partners from Thailand as well. Thank you once again.
Before we conclude this session, we encourage all the attendees to answer the 2 poll questions which will appear on the screen now. Please feel free to answer the 2 questions on the screen now. We also have a question from the audience. What vaccines are accepted in Maldives? MD, please feel free to answer the question.
Yeah, so sorry, what was the question?
What vaccines are accepted in Maldives?
I think all the vaccines are international WHO approved vaccines are accepted in Maldives as well.
Thank you, MD. All right, so now we will end the poll. Thank you all for answering the questions. And thank you all the industry partners who joined the session and provided the wonderful experiences and information. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in the second session of Connect with Maldives, Your Safe Haven webinar series. We hope that all the attendees enjoyed the webinar and similarly hope that the session was informative as well. We wish you all a wonderful day ahead and thus conclude this session with a special video message from Visit Maldives. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.